The U.S. Foreign Policy magazine published a new analysis on Yemen entitled "The Hidden Path to Peace in Yemen." According to the analysis, warring parties under sway of regional powers have lost touch with Yemenis and thus their legitimacy has fallen. More on this is within this report.
On June 21st, Saudi Arabia and the Houthi rebel movement swapped the bodies of 64 militants near Yemen's northern border, marking an important breakthrough in ties between the country's two main sides in the 8-year civil war. However, it is uncertain if they will be able to make a more serious headway towards a full ceasefire. The Houthis have been in talks with the Saudi-backed Yemeni government since April, but they have yet to reach an agreement on such exchanges, let alone on ending the terrible conflict that has torn the country apart, killed hundreds of thousands of Yemenis, and resulted in one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. The stubbornness of both parties is a contributing factor in the lack of progress. By supporting the Yemeni government, the Saudis hope to keep Yemen as a powerless and submissive state that won't pose a danger to Saudi Arabia's southern border. The Houthis, on the other hand, have steadfastly refused to engage in genuine ceasefire talks unless Saudi Arabia declares an end to the conflict unilaterally, lifts the embargo on Yemen's air and naval ports, and agrees to provide unfettered compensation to the Houthi government. The two actors lacking legitimacy among the Yemeni people is a larger issue. Few people welcomed a Saudi-Omani group as peacemakers in April when they arrived in Sana'a, the country's capital, to start negotiations with the Houthis. Instead, the delegates were depicted by the Houthi media as the main aggressors in the battle, while the Yemeni government, which is aligned with Saudi Arabia, was described as having been trivialized by a powerful foreign neighbor that has launched a bloody conflict for its own interest. The Houthis aren't any more well-liked either. They have formed a totalitarian rule and have been accused of massive persecutions and human rights violations, as well as pervasive corruption and blatant prejudice since taking the capital in 2015. Yemen now has a critical chance to sift between groupings with popular legitimacy in search of a leader in post-war Yemen, who must demonstrate to the people that the government is representative of the people and not subservient to foreign powers whose crimes of war must be confronted.